For English, I was asked to pick a novel to read for my independent study. Growing up in a Christian household, with strong belief in good faith and God and what He represents, I decided to choose The Year Living Biblically. I've never been one to practice religion as much as I attended church, confirmation, communion. I was always one to believe in a higher power, good faith, and did not think believing in those things meant having to do exactly as my God said. Throughout the book, A.J. Jacobs decides to live the Bible literally for a year, becoming a fundamentalist. Everything he did in a sense had to be approved by God before he did it. Now, this opened my eyes immensely. After reading this, I realized that I am technically no good Christian, nor are any of you, which made me wonder, why is religion taken to such an extreme, and why is it used to start or carry out such extreme acts? After looking at the positive and negative influence of fundamentalists throughout history, would it benefit our society to continue with such extreme acts for God? Times are not the same, and civilization has been developed over many years. What's socially acceptable is greatly different than the past years. Fundamentalists believe that the Bible is in error, both morals and its historical accuracy, unless a phrase is clearly figurative. The Bible should be taken for face value. In this video of Russell Brand, an English comedian interviewing two men who are great examples of fundamentalists, it shows how the Bible is taken too literally and it keeps people divided and judged and does not come good in our society.
Let's get unsettled then. The last thing they want is three gay men behind them. Now, what is it? You're gay, CC?
Openly gay.
No, he's not.
And a Christian.
You're a filthy pervert.
I'm an openly gay man and I'm a Christian because God is love and His love is for everybody. Not just for you people.
Unless you repent of that sin, you're going to hell.
Not lie.
You know what
Hold on.
means?
Look, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. That's in the Bible that you say you believe.
I don't think it's one of the most important bits.
There's no gonna. Hey, listen. There's not gonna be any creation going on when two men get together. I can tell you that right now.
What worries me? To follow the you mustn't lay with men bit, you've got to ignore the tolerance and love bit. And that's got to be more important. That's like a subclause. That's like small print.
No, it's not.
I don't even think they meant that bit.
People in Sodom thought it was okay to be gay.
In a sense, God teaches us that there is a good and evil. Good being God and evil being the devil. God rejecting those men because of their sexual preference considers them sinners. In a sense, making them out to be evil. Looking back at how we started, God created us to tend a garden He made in the Middle East. Lucifer then came around telling Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge, which God did not allow. With the simple, sly, and sneaky conversation, Lucifer changed our race completely. Lucifer gave us crucial thinking. Now, I believe he understands human nature, but does not judge you for being human. He accepts God's unwanted children unconditionally. Religion does not define what is right and wrong in certain parts of the world anymore. Society does. What is socially acceptable creates whether or not you're to be approved by your peers around you. An example being teen pregnancy. In Newmarket, it is not common because our society believes that it is improper. In other areas of the world, it may happen more frequent because it is more familiar to their society and accepted. How religion is interpreted has changed. Acceptance and love is being practiced rather than discriminating the sinners. With majority of the world accepting change and growing from it, some are kept back guarded with religion. This is very common in Afghanistan, where the official religion is Islam, practiced almost by everyone in the country. It is very strict religion. In any religion, there is honor killing done. More frequently, it happens in Islam. Honor killing is the homicide of a family member or a social group by other members, due to the belief that the perpetrators that the victim has brought dishonor upon the family or community. This is very common in Afghanistan. In the summer 2012, there were many honor killings in Article states. The summer of 2012 saw a spat of so-called honor killings in Afghanistan. In July, a father shot his 2 teenage daughters dead in Nad Ali district of Helmand, where they returned home for 4 days after running away with a man. Earlier that same month, a shocking video footage emerged of a 22-year-old Afghan woman being gunned down with an AK-47 in front of a crowd of baying villagers in Parwan province. Thought to have been married to a member of a hardline Taliban militant group. The woman, known as Najiba, was executed after being accused of having an affair with the Taliban commander. Her murder followed a horrific case in Ghazni province in which a man beheaded his ex-wife and 2 of their children. Sharda's former spouse barged into her home and decapitated her in front of their 8-year-old son and 9-year-old daughter. He then killed the children because they had seen it, the police said. Articles written by Ken Day Books. Now, why is religion taken so literally? Like, causing people to act in God's name in such negative ways. Is that the way we really want God to stand for? A higher power should only shed light and not darkness. In a reality TV show called Breaking Amish, it takes you through the lives of 4 Amish people and 1 Mennonite that decide to leave their homes to see what it is like outside their communities and venture off to New York City to experience a life of different cultures. Amish are a group of traditionalist Christian church fellowships that form a subgroup of Mennonite churches. The Amish are known for simple living, plain dress, and reluctant to adapt to many conveniences of modern technology. A Mennonite is very similar, but has the use of more modern technology, and Amish branched off from them. Throughout the show, they are videotaped during their experiences and how they adapt to their new life. This is very rare with this culture, and when they had left their communities, they were told they were permanently shut out and banned from their family and could not come back due to religious reasons. After being out in the city, they decided to go back to visit their homes to see if they can still connect with their family, and they support them with their decision.
Det var det vi skrev.
Could I cross?
I'm not allowed to eat with people that are joined to the Amish church. You know, they kind of just push you back in a corner and say, okay, you're shunned. You know, here's your food, eat, and shut up. Like, seriously? What's up with the silence?
Ja, varför med det så? Vet ni exakt när man förnuns?
No, but I don't think it's right that this shunning, like, what's this shunning supposed to do?
The saved Amish community.
Yeah, se saker mitt maahan oli
Yeah. Well, that really sells his divinity behind lesson.
But I'm still a human being.
But ich figure du set your snaski and drase because man mir dich lässt reg mit der Leon Leon ich hätte nicht net die lässt die der reg.
Probably förstås det väl sett snaskigt. Because it's not good for the man. And you said little.
Well, you know what? I can do that. As a matter of fact, I'm done eating right now. That shunning is not for me. I don't believe they should shun anybody. You know, and it's not that my family want to do it. It's they have to do it.
Here, Abe gets completely turned away and disowned by his family, being shunned out of the community forever. Due to their Afghan, it states that they have to, taking the Afghan so literally that they reject their own child. Even at that point, the extremists still abide by these rules. Religion should not be brought to such an extreme. It is being used too literal, creating bigger problems for society than it is solving. Looking into extremists of religion, I am finding they have a specific image of what the world should be, rejecting anyone who does not abide by the testimonies from the Bible. When I think of the Bible, I feel like it should direct us to one holy entity of love, opposed to little individual texts to control human race, making them out to be one thing. God would love us to be unified in love. Why define who we are with our personal outlooks on our life should be sought out.